Hello, everybody. How are we doing today? Yes. So I'm back. We got another bit of a coffee time break, uh, chill session with a streamer that I really enjoy spending time with, either in her stream or just talking to her on Twitter, or just however it works out. And that would be Antitinkerbell. She is, to me, probably one of the funniest and one of the best streamers around. She deserves all the kudos and all the recognition that she gets. And I was lucky enough to be able to get her to sit down for, it almost worked out to 2 hours of just being able to chat. Talked about everything from, streaming to people family getting married and getting listen, you got to watch it yourself. You just have to, because you'll laugh, you'll enjoy it, and enjoy, folks. We'll see you afterwards. Have a good day, and remember, game on. Let me get the coffee. Let me get my coffee. Yes. And while I work on getting Antitinkerbell in here, let's give you just a little bit of a different, entertainment view. Let me just see if I can scroll that down. No, okay, no, come on now, be nice. There we go. All right, let me see if we can get Antitinkerbell in here, and I gotta switch, just do this for a minute, turn off auto live, and do this. All right, Annie, coming at you, darling, coming at you. Hey, darling.
Hi.
Hey, okay, let me get the screen set up here.
Let me get my glasses on. I can't see shit.
You can't see shit?
That's what happens when we get old.
Hey, shh. Enough with the old comments. That doesn't work. Hang on, just getting the screen position right.
Let me get my face together, man. Oh, Jesus. I hate glasses. I truly hate glasses, but I look good in them. I'll give myself that.
All right, we'll switch back to that screen, and we'll do this. We'll go back to Auto Live, and yes, time for some Tinkerbell, Anti-Tinkerbell too.
Hi.
Hey, hang on, there we go.
Morning.
There we are. See, I even got your info down below for everybody.
You're so organized. I have to close this blind because sunlight is just like, it's just too much. Hold on.
All right, you do that. So
all that hype. What's going on?
Power to coffee to you, darling.
Good morning to you.
So
what's going down?
I just, listen, I want to be able to talk to people that I enjoy see streaming, who I think do an awesome job, have a good community, and you, lady, my dear lady, were at the top of the list.
You're just saying that because I'm live.
No, I'm saying that because you're beautiful and you're talented and you do have a great stream, and you like to get and you tease people to show their bobs.
I do. I enjoy it because a lot of people ask me to show me their bobs or me to show me my bobs, and I'm like, you know what? Everyone always seems to ask me to show me their or mine. I should ask them to show me, theirs. I think it'd be rude not to, but then again, you never know what I could receive in the emails. Which I haven't. Have I told you that story about the guy who sent me a really passionate email?
No.
About should I tell the story?
No. Hey, listen. This is not a safe place.
Okay. This is our safe space. In our safe space. So what happened was, I got an email a couple of weeks ago when I was going to Kerry. There was an event on for multiplays, and I said, sure, I'll go down with the lads. And just before I left, I got an email from a guy saying, hey, is it okay if I was to use your photos and just Photoshop them? And I said, yeah, as long as it's in good taste, I don't mind, you know. Good taste, so I thought.
Yeah. We're talking the internets here.
On the internet. So anyway, I flew to Ireland, back home to my parents' house, and I opened up my email, and he goes, okay, well, I had to do this real quick. It's not my best work, and I'm still kind of learning Photoshop. And I seen like these photos I have on my Instagram with what I can describe in the most sugar-coated way is genitalia on my head and urine on my face.
What?
I swear to God. Swear to God. So I was sitting there going like, so what do you respond to a guy who is kind of, he's not aggressive towards me in the emails. He's kind of like, oh, I just tried my best, like, and I'm like, so what do you do with a guy who sends you that? So I do like I always do anytime I get a dick pic. I say, ha, you know, too bad the dick doesn't look, you know, doesn't have character. It looks too plain. And he goes, what do you mean it looks plain? I was like, yeah, but it just seems like you made this in like what looks like it's like paint. Like, what else am I supposed to say to this fucking guy? So I was like, oh yeah, it looks like you made it in paint. Can I ask what is the point of this? What's the intention? He goes, look, I'm a really good fan, and I enjoy you, and I've always had this fantasy, and I started to learn Photoshop, and I thought, you know, I wanted to know what it would be like, so I thought I'd ask your permission. And in a way, I was kind of like, I wasn't freaked out over the fact that he kind of gave a reasonable answer and a genuine like answer to the situation, that he genuinely wanted to see what it would be like to have his dick on my head. And I was like, okay, then I understand, have a nice day. And that's the last time I heard from the guy. And it was, I said it to my friends, it was weirdly honest, and I was totally fine with that situation. I was weirdly honest. And I sent a couple of the emails to a couple of streamer buddies of mine. I'm not going to name names, but they had a good laugh out of it as well. And I was like, look, guys, it looks like I've actually made it on Twitch if I'm getting this kind of attention.
Now, for those of you that don't know Antitinkerbell, and I don't know why you don't, because
just looking for lumps, of course.
Yes, you're originally from Ireland.
Yes, I'm from Dublin. I'm from the capital, south of Ireland, so I'm from the capital, Dublin.
Yeah.
But I moved to the Netherlands. God, it's nearly 2 years since I moved, about a year and a half or so. But I was streaming before that, before I moved. So that's my backstory.
But here's the interest. This one always gets me. Your partner, your boyfriend, is from Norway?
Denmark.
He's from where?
Danish. He's from
Danish.
Denmark. Yeah,
Denmark. I knew it was one of the Scandinavian countries, but
yeah.
So we've got an Irish lady, a Scandinavian man living in
the Netherlands.
The Netherlands.
Yeah.
So you basically started your own UN.
Well, what happened was I lived in Sweden for a few years, and I wanted to get proper work. In Sweden, I was a newspaper delivery person. You know, I was the chick that went around and delivered the newspapers with the shitty deals that nobody wanted. So I was like, whatever, a job's a job. Mm-hmm. I'll take anything. And I had a long conversation with my mother and father, and I said, look, I'd love to get back and get a proper job in Ireland. And they're like, yeah, if you want to come home, that's fine. We'll put you up in our house. So I did. I flew back. I applied for a job in a bank, and I got the job. And I worked there for a little bit. And then I went out to a pub called Sweeney's in Dublin City. And it was me and my best friend. My best friend, Kiri, she's a riot. Like, that's the best way to describe her. Like, you think I'm bad. This girl is just perfect, right? So we went off to a place called Sweeney's, and one of our mutual friends was having a birthday party, and she works in the circus. So she had everything going on.
Wait. You have a friend that works in the circus?
Yes.
Okay. All right. All right.
Yeah, her name is Fee. So she was for her birthday. She wanted everyone to pay at the door, and all the money would go to a donation for children, and that was fine. And we had jugglers, and we had pole dancers, we had bands, we had people on unicycles. It was mental. So everyone's drinking, watching all these people have some kind of balance with alcohol on them, and it was crazy. And I was sitting there with Kiri, and Kiri pointed to a guy, going, "Doesn't that look like the Swedish DJ? What's his name?" I was like, "I have no idea, but he does look like that Swedish DJ. He's some crappy DJ that no one hears anymore, but we remember this guy because he was good looking." And so I was sitting there, and Kira's like, "I'm going to go off and get vodka." And I was like, "Yeah, go off and get me vodka." And then I got hit in the face with a juggling ball, and that's how I met Casper. So he hit me in the face with a juggling ball.
He hit you in the face with a juggling ball.
Yeah.
And it was instant love.
No, it wasn't like that. I pushed my best friend on him, and she kind of like started like kissing him and dating him slightly, but he wasn't really interested in her. And I was like, "You can have Kiri, get it into you." That's how best friends work, Cranky.
So, really?
Yeah, well, I should testing the waters. Here, give a go at this and let me know how you get on.
Okay, number one, I need a best friend. Number two, I need to learn the rules.
Yeah.
Oh man! So you were saying you were streaming before you moved around. Like, when did you start streaming?
I started streaming mid-September 2014 at this stage. So nearly 2 years ago. Almost 2 years ago now, next month.
Same here.
Yeah,
actually, my 2 years will be in January.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Right, Jesus, we're long in the tooth now, aren't we, compared to other people?
We're going to have to retire from Twitch.
Yeah. We'll give it another year and then we'll start, thinking about other projects.
We'll have to retire with all the money we've made.
Oh, yeah, of course. Those millions and millions of panties.
Ooh, panties, yes. Anyway, so why did you start streaming? Because because honestly, you had to, like, obviously you've been on Twitch before that, but you have to know what women face when they get on Twitch.
Oh yeah, of course. I did research. What happened was, I was working back in Dublin for MasterCard as a supervisor. It was a terrible, terrible, terrible job. I was doing like stupid amount of hours for fuck all money, and I was getting emotionally blackmailed by people saying, "Hey, if you leave, this whole place will fall apart." I was like, I do not need to hear this shit. What the fuck is wrong with you people? But anyway, I was getting really stressed out. I stopped gaming. I used to game generally with my friends. I have a lot of girly friends that would play Call of Duty, just take the piss out of guys.
And you're around my age?
Yeah, actually, funny enough.
Single?
Yes, actually.
Oh, really?
And good looking. I will send you pictures, right? That's not for the stream.
Okay.
But shh. But what happened was Casper was getting into Twitch, and I knew Twitch before it was Twitch. I knew it was just in TV.
Yeah.
And one of my friends used to stream on it years ago, and he was trying to get me to, get involved. And I was like, I'm not gonna fucking watch some guy fucking play games. Like, I have no fucking time for you. But anyway, Casper was like, you would do really well on that because you have the personality. Because I just don't give two fucks. And I was like, no, I wouldn't be interested in it. And then he kept going at me and at me and at me for about, no joke, 8 months about it. 8 months. And I was coming to the end of the contract for my job, and I hate my job. And I was stressed, and I was crying, and I was depressed. I wasn't gaming. He goes, look, I will pay the rent, and then I want you to take 6 months out, and I want you to start streaming. He goes, I believe you can actually achieve something with this. And I was like, fine. So I did, and I started streaming. I started off with an Asus gaming laptop, a fucking 40-inch TV, and an Xbox, and an Elgato. And it went from no viewers and no followers to when it hit Christmas, we had a goal that if I was to hit 5,000 followers, I would do a console giveaway, and I was at 4,500 by then.
Wow.
This is huge stretch. And then I got asked to join Grinders TV, and then I started streaming on MLG for Critical Reaction was the team's name, but they wanted someone to do some fillers for entertainment on their channel, and I said I'll do it, and yeah, just kicked off from there, really.
So every streamer at some point, if they want to do this on even a semi-professional point, wants that sub button, wants the partnership.
Of course.
Where have you done that? Have you tried?
I gave up on that idea ages ago.
Why? I'm curious because I know I've done the same.
Because I started looking at it because I was brought up in a very musical family. My dad's a musician, and he's touring around. He's on the road with his band for 40 years now, and he's done like America, Canada, Dubai, everything like that. So I grew up in that kind of industry of being self-reliant and how to build yourself up and market yourself, right? And I thought ages ago, oh, I can go for the partnership, and people are like, yeah, go for it. And then I just realized it was a fucking drain hole of a dream that would never happen for me. So I started looking at other ways of saying, you know what, I actually don't need a partnership because I already get the quality buttons when I stream, so I don't need that. I found out recently that Game Whisper are now introducing emotes, so I don't need that, and I already have Game Whisper, so why the hell would I need partnership?
Are they, like, I missed that part, because like, I've got Game Whisper the same way you do.
I think I have an email from them. I read this on the plane yesterday, if I can find it. I'll just open up my Outlook. But it was something like, now we've built up a partnership with BTTV and all that.
Yes, yeah, I know the one. Yeah, okay, no, I did read that. Yeah,
you did read that. Okay, yeah. So it was that one, and I was just, at the end of the day, the way I was doing it was, a lot of the guys were like, just go for the partnership, and I was like, I'll go for the partnership. And then I took into consideration what was being introduced to me, and then it was a case of email from Eric Bulmer saying we're gonna measure your growth between 4 to 8 weeks, so apply back again. And then I discovered it was an automated message.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what, fuck you. I think I can actually build something a little bit better than what Twitch provides. Because when you subscribe to me, I don't mean to do plugins on you.
No, go ahead.
But I thought to myself, me and Casper sat down and I said, I can do this way better than Twitch. I can. I know for a fact I can. And I went down to a friend of mine from Player One Gaming, and I talked to him about his business concept because he started up his own retail store for gaming. And I got some input from him and guys from Nerdy Media. And I said, okay, so if I was to give a subscribe, what can I give that would be in the budget and obviously give a lot more to the viewer and kind of give them that kind of loyalty to them coming to the stream and spending so much time interacting with me and having a laugh and giving me abuse. How can I make this better? So I started looking at the way GameWist was doing it and how I can implement like different bonuses or rewards or incentives for people to join. So I started looking at that aspect of it, and then I started looking at Buffer as well for how do I market myself social media by breaking down time. I did a whole thing with Casper and me, just sitting down, researching all of this stuff to say, I can make this much more efficient and much more attractive for people to come to the stream. So I discovered that if I did the right research and I just looked into it and I see, okay, well, who does the t-shirts and where can I see if somebody wants like something ridiculous size, like, I don't know, some people might be a 4XL or an 8XL or something like that. Yeah. Well, how do I tailor to those people? So I've done all the research for it to accommodate everyone's needs, and I think it really has paid off in a way. But I'm still constantly looking at growth and looking at marketing myself in the right way. I've done marketing years and years ago, before fucking social media was like on the boom. And I know how to market myself in terms of networking with people and getting to the business and then making the partnership with those people. But you know, it's all just constant education with me. So
Bush wants to know who first helped you put together your first streaming computer. Did you do it yourself?
I had help. Honestly, I had help. I have a background as being an engineer for IT, but putting the first streaming PC together, I did get help from Casper because we wanted to make it as efficient as possible. Like, for example, you have to have really good processing power if you're streaming on Twitch, and obviously if you're gaming something that's on PC, you need a good graphics card, and as well as a plan B to help you obviously with the stream as well, to have that as an extra processor in the background. So I did have a lot of help from Casper because that was his baby. He just builds gaming PCs all the time, so he was the one who researched a little bit further. But We built it together, but I would like to say that he did most of the work because he did the research for me, and I just physically built the PC.
One of the things I love when I come into your stream is because I know how much I get trolled, and not of it nice,
Yeah.
right? And I know
Like, I just got a message there from Rumble Dickinson say, "You a girl or a boy? Your pussy is nice."
ban him. Seriously, no, I'm ban him.
This is what you call desperation, sweetheart. This is not Twitch fucking harmony, right?
Hang on, I just gotta.
Calm down.
Yeah, ban. You're done, dude. You don't do that shit.
Oh God, Rumble, you're such a silly fool.
But
anyway, yeah, go on.
have you ever okay? Let's do this in two different ways. One of the things I love is when I come in is how you deal with the amateur troll, the child troll.
But how do you think I deal with it? You're there.
No, that's what I'm saying. I love how you deal with it.
Oh, okay. They're just fucking kids. Like, that's all I look at them and go, ah, Jesus, I remember being that age. But it is a little bit of hassle sometimes because they try and reinvent themselves by different usernames, and they just ban. I have a strict fuck off policy in my stream, as you well imagine.
Yeah.
So if anyone comes in and gives me shit about, oh, you're fat, oh, you're a girl and you should be in the kitchen, I go through them for a shortcut and then I ban them. That's it.
Oh, okay. Thanks, Orc. Orc's on the job. He's been
Dude's
bitching up
banned like 20 minutes when he started calling you a pervert. Oh, wow. God,
Yeah.
he must be so fucking original. Like, if he was to think any harder, he'd probably have some kind of aneurysm. Fucking hell.
But have you ever had a serious troll situation where you reported them to Twitch?
Oh, yeah.
You ever had anything come out of it?
No, but actually, I was told this the other day, and I was laughing about this. There was a guy that came in to one of my Black Ops 2 streaming, and he got very perverted. Anyway, so I told him he was fucking banned, and then I was chatting to one of the guys in my lobby, because now and again I like to chat in the lobby, and it is a bit of a risk because people can DDoS you, right?
Yeah.
And I got DDoSed, as you will imagine. And this guy was streaming, right, saying that he DDoSed me and that I haven't a fucking clue and all this shit. When I got attempted DDoS, I have a very sophisticated router that has DDoS protection, so I got an alert to say somebody's attempting to flood you with so many packets, so I just shut down everything. But we got back up, and then this guy he just wouldn't let it go, so I just turned off my Xbox completely, and I was watching him on stream, and he was like, yeah, she doesn't know, blah, 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 she's this, and this, I totally DDoSed her and everything, when the guy sent me a message saying, this guy is like all over Twitch saying this, and he was only a little runt. And so I went into him and I said, look, you need to fucking be aware, and you should be ashamed of yourself. And he goes, what age do you think you are talking to me? You're like old. And he goes, you shouldn't be talking to a 16-year-old. I was like, oh, that makes sense. Well, yeah, there you go. That makes sense. Perfect. I was like, have a nice stream. I was young once. That's fucking brilliant. But one of the guys the other day sent me a message saying, do you know that guy got view botted after you left? And I was like, oh, is it because I put it up on Reddit? The most toxic website ever.
You didn't.
I know, I did. I put it up because Twitch wasn't responding to me. And I said, fuck it, I'll go to Reddit. I never go to Reddit about this kind of shit because it is a toxic community. Then again, they have nice things as well, but they are toxic fuckers on that website as well. So I put it up on Reddit, and I heard nothing from Twitch admins at all, but it kind of makes sense that your man got view botted, because when I was in there, he had a message across his stream saying soon to be banned on Twitch was the subject to his title, and I was like, he's a fucking tool.
Because I know myself, I recently, and this is one reason why I've basically fucking given up on anything to do with Twitch other than using it as a platform to do what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Is that I had someone come in and actually this person turns out to have been a sub, they left me a donation with a message accusing me of being a pedophile.
Ah, yes. Okay.
You remember that one?
Yes, I do. Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember you and I having a conversation about this. Like,
yeah.
talk about fucking
Yeah.
retarded.
I sent in a report to Twitch, right? And gave them all the documentation. 5 days later, nothing.
What?
Yeah, nothing. So I said on Twitter, I said, it's nice to know that Twitch support gives a shit, and nothing happens.
Yeah.
And one of their their support
White
people,
Knights.
one of their support people came back and said, basically, well, if you don't see anything in within 2 hours or 24 hours, if their stream is still up, your report wasn't valid.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's fucking helpful.
Yeah. And basically their advice to deal with the situation was /ban username.
Wow. There's a lot of brain power in that fucking cog, I tell you. What the hell? What the hell? I personally, with me, I wouldn't make it a personal vendetta. Well, for yourself, obviously, it's obviously everyone targets guys for fucking child pedophilia. You never hear of a girl fucking feeling up a 16-year-old without somebody high-fiving the fucker.
Because that's the 16-year-old thinks he's in heaven.
Yeah. I made it, guys.
I made it. And my
Look
teacher
at food.
I just fucked my teacher. Yes. Oh my god.
Fuck. But like, that's fucking sad.
Yeah.
Like, it is very fucking sad that. Okay, in fairness, like you and I talked about, and I seen videos of where you were kind of illustrating the fact that it's so vast the amount of people that are streaming. It's probably hard to have the support background to tackle these kind of situations. However, if somebody is giving you this kind of abuse, I think it's a little bit more of a priority to kind of look into this a little bit further.
Considering the fact that you on that report button, when you drop it down, there's a whole list of things that you can report somebody
like
for.
Self-harm.
Yeah. And they're bannable offenses.
Mm-hmm.
Bannable for who?
So is it a case, and I know this is going to be, some people are going to be like, the fuck, but is it a case that they're fine with people accusing people of like child pedophilia? Is that exactly the message they're coming out with? The fact is it the fact that they don't have time to deal with it, or is it they're okay with this? Now that is
you know what my conclusion is. It boils down to one simple thing. I'm old. I'm not in their demographic.
That could be a factor.
I'm not in their demographic. And now Orky was actually one that pointed that out to me. Is if you look at the demographic of partnered streamers,
yeah,
most of them are in their 20s, and they're hipsters. They're really cool people.
Is it because I'm not in my 20s? I'm not part of the cool kids anymore, guys? Is that the case?
I think they're cooler than half the shit on partnered streams. Let's be honest about this.
Yeah.
But that's what, like. Okay, I know, and I know from one of the other ones I follow, and I actually would sub to without a doubt. She says she's not even interested in partnership. And,
fair play to her.
Her name's Annie. She's lost in house, and she does the one. I play her background music. Music is background now.
Okay.
Number one, it escapes the VOD problem of being muted all the time.
Mm-hmm.
But she's basically come out and said, Twitch can't afford me.
She's fucking right. She's right. But it is sad though when I go into some people's streams and I can see a lot of effort that they put into it. I try and think that I put a lot of effort into it, but I'm not doing it for a fucking partnership. I'm just doing it for myself because I want to be able to progress happily with what I'm doing. But there is some people out there who will go to the ends and spend tons of money just to get a fucking Twitch partnership button. And I'm sitting there looking at them going like, why don't you just go for Game Wisp? Why don't you set up like a Patreon page? Go on to Kickstarter. take your own initiative and do it that way instead of waiting for like that day to come. And I do this because it's like finding actual gold in a fucking bog. Like it's not gonna happen overnight for people. But like they've done everything. They paid the money for the graphics. They have a great introduction. They have a huge amount of views, like a huge amount of views. They have a nice amount of followers as well beyond what I have, because of obvious they're really good. But they're they get through these kind of little kind of depressions, thinking that, oh, I'm never gonna get that, that Twitch partnership or whatever. And it's kind of fucking sad watching them do that, because it kind of destroys them in a little way. And that's what pushes them away to progress even further, is that they feel held back, that if they don't get this, then they're not going to go any further, because their goal is set to. And you know what the funny thing is, it's not even that high of a goal. It's just, I think, if you know the right person within Twitch and they were to push you to get that partnership. I've seen it tons of times before. If you know a guy and you're friends with the person, then you can probably get the partnership, even at low numbers.
Yeah.
But it is sad that people are pouring themselves in, gunning for this button that is, more than half of the money is going to go towards Twitch, and B, you're going to get fucking emotes that you can create anyway for free. So what's stopping you?
Tyra, I only wish she was my wife. No,
too late. We're too late.
Yeah, see, I'm
late.
Again, I'm late to the party. But focusing on Twitch partnership is like saying, I'll only go into acting if I can be Brad Pitt.
Yeah, exactly. That's perfect. That is a perfect example.
How has Game Wisp worked out for you?
Game Wisp works out pretty well for myself. I think I like the fact that because I have a point system set up, and I'll have to do like a YouTube video to show everyone what I have in detail. So if anyone wants to take some tips or anything like that, you're more than welcome to ask me.
Send me the link as soon as you do.
I will send you everything. I will send you a half-naked picture of an elderly man. Just
no,
it's fine. I'll do it. It's too late. Anyway, so the way it works is that I think with Game Wisp, in comparison to partnership with Twitch, really, is they have a very good organized alert system. So when you go ahead and you subscribe to someone, I get a message that way saying so-and-so has subbed to me, and these are the following things you need to fulfill. So you have all these fulfillment duties. So it's kind of like a nudge, a reminder, you need to send all this stuff. So in the way I do it is that I set up a Excel sheet. I have everyone that's ever subscribed to me, and in the list I have like what they're entitled to, what the level they're at, did they get panty points, when did they start, did they get their 10%,
have you seen
everything.
They're also doing some interesting integration things.
Yeah, so they're integrated Discord, they've integrated now BTTV and Franz. Original, what's the name of that thing again? Frankenface, that as well. What else have they integrated?
Muxy
Twitch as well.
Yeah.
So they've integrated a whole lot. I think it's huge benefit for me because I have that organized task list that I need to do to fulfill people, and it's easier to get in contact as well with my subs without worrying about going through Twitch, finding a name, because you can't even add like 2 or 3 people to the name. You just have to do one at a time, which is fucking silly. So if I have to go on and contact my partners at a certain group level saying, okay, well, gold has to be contacted in platinum because they're due their t-shirts every 3 months, then I can just send a bulk email saying, hey guys, X, Y, and Z, don't forget to send me your sizes, your address, so I can send out your t-shirts that you're entitled to. Like, it's so organized in that platform. So organized. Good morning, Mr. Happy Granny.
Yes. Some of the names do you watch your chat? Like, I don't know how you do your chat, but do you see the joins and parts in your chat?
Yeah.
Do you ever see some of the names that come in, like, just sort of make you just smile? And
my most favorite name, Cranky, and you're gonna think, Jesus, this girl's a dirty fucker, right? Is when I started streaming, I had this guy follow me, and his name was Creamy Jizz, and I'll never forget it to this day. I was like, what the fuck went through his mind? Username, Creamy Jizz. Like,
I think the one that sticks out the most for me was one of the first, and I've seen a lot of good ones come in, but it had to be Cat Piss Never Clean.
oh god.
And she's an absolutely fucking awesome girl. Awesome girl. She's been like a very strong member of the community, but I remember the first time she came in, I saw Cat Piss Never Clean, and it was like, wait, what?
That's fucking awesome. That's awesome.
One we've had, and one that Giotto really likes, we've had join us lately, is being Emotional Poo.
Emotional poo. We've all been there
We've
after
all
a
been
serious
there.
night out. Like, we've all been there.
Like, I know you use a point systems, because
Yeah.
they're called panties, which I'm extremely jealous of. But anyway, what do you use? Like, okay, I know for game, like for me, I always thought that having a point system didn't make much sense because I do mostly talk. I don't play a lot of games.
Yeah.
But what do you find? How do you find the point system works for you? And I know you use a different service for your point system.
Yeah.
Why have a point system, and like what is the purpose? Like, why do you use it and what for?
Well, I use Revlo is the one, and then the why I use it is to kind of give people incentive to stay in the stream and give them something to earn, like a loyalty scheme, kind of rewarding people for taking the time out. So what I use them for is people can gather up their panties or their points, and they can redeem them against. I think I have 8 rewards. I think I'm looking into expanding that a little bit further for people, but it's anything from like people would find significant or may not find significant, but I looked into it a little bit further, and it's to obviously control certain things for certain situations. So I have anything from Twitter follows and song requests all the way up to like a $20 or €20 or £20 e-voucher for like Xbox or Steam, or if I can't find it, I'll just bang them out to $20 or whatever it is. So it's kind of like just giving back to people for spending the time in my stream. And I think that's the way it should be in a way. Like I've seen a lot of streamers out there who kind of have a pedestal and should say, oh, well, I shouldn't have to give anything back to them. They should be, glad that they're here. But the way I see it is, people should be rewarded for taking the time out to sit there and listen to my fucking rants, my shitty gameplay. And that's the way I see it. I just wanted something to give back to people. So when I look into a point system, everyone's like, deep bot, you can do bank heists. And I was like, yeah, so then what do you do with the points? Oh, you can just, you can create giveaways with it. And I was like, and anything else? No. So when I had a look around, I found Revlo Bob. It was pretty low at the time, and I came across one girl having it, and I was like, oh man, I can actually make this a little bit better for people instead of just like, oh, let's do a bank heist. Yeah, gamble your panties, redeem them against a song request. Do you want a $20 voucher? That's your goal. Do you want a signed game? Do you want a free mystery game? It's just kind of, give them some kind of incentive, a reward really, for doing what they do.
How has it worked out for you?
Really well. I think I gave away, I sat down a couple of weeks ago, and I think we did, what did I do? Well over $500 in rewards. That's just for the $20 incentive. And I gave away, 20 something games as well for it. So it is getting used, and everybody does song requests, and everybody gets Twitter follows, and so it is there to be redeemed. It is working out really, really well. And I'm doing a panty giveaway, not an actual panty. Everyone calm down. Points giveaway tonight, because I'm back from my holiday, and I said, oh yeah, we're gonna do a giveaway. Just give away a shitload of panties for someone to spend.
Yeah. So what? When I first started watching you, you were playing Black Ops 3, and listen, you're no slouch. You're no slouch. But number one, what's your range of games you like to stream, and what's been the reaction both from your viewership and also people you play against with the fact that you are an awesome lady?
Oh, that's a good question. The variety of games, most of the games I play is FPS because I think I'm fairly good at it. I can be a variety streamer. I tried it before, variety gamer in general. The reaction to the viewers is they want to see me pop some fucker in the head, basically, with a gun. Not see me drive or give it out about fucking Mario or anything like that. They just want to see me like just pop someone in the head with any game like Division, Black Ops, Overwatch, Star Wars Battlefront, anything like that. But the reaction for some people that when I do play it, when I get in the zone, I'm pretty decent. I will, hands down, if I was to actually stop fucking talking and concentrate in the game, I actually could get somewhere. But I just choose not to. But the reaction for people is it's pretty cool. I like people that will say, yeah, that was a good kill. Or, you could aim a little bit better. Which, yeah, I should. But when I'm playing against people online, I get messages sometimes from people saying, are you a girl or a guy? Is probably the first reaction. And then when I say I'm a girl, oh, you don't play so bad for a girl. I'm like, all right, that's a compliment.
I think.
Oh, yeah, but it varies. It depends on what game I'm playing. But as usual, I use a tool for that called Stream Hatchet. So I'll stream a game and I'll see what percentage of viewers liked it and what I got the most out of and the highest chat about and everything like that. So anything that I do on my stream is all calculated. It's all calculated.
Well, no, like how important is it for like I know a lot of streamers they hop on the newest hot game.
Yeah.
Now I noticed you didn't hop on Overwatch right away.
Yeah.
Why?
Because I got burnt too many times with the hype. Like a lot of people were just like, yeah, fucking Division's out. You should get the Division. And I played the beta and I was like hemming and hawing about getting the Division. Never mind what platform, just the game. Like, and I was like, I completed the demo, and I was like, this is okay. Like, I wasn't pushed on it. Same way with Overwatch, and I was like, I'll wait for the hype to die down. Well, I did it with Black Ops last year. Well, last year anyway. We're coming into a new Call of Duty at this stage, which is just going to be atrocious. But I played the beta for PlayStation. Loved it on PlayStation. Played it on Xbox. It was glitchy as fuck on Xbox. And I was like, yeah, I don't know if I really want to get this game. And then everyone was hyped about it. Like, yeah, you should get the game for Xbox. You should get it. It was peer pressure, and I just went for it. And then I got burnt, and I was like, not doing that shit again. Nope. Because Black Ops, although the concept of what they were trying to bridge between what happened with Ghost and Advanced Warfare and trying to make sense out of this was a bit okay, but still shitty as fuck. So I ended up spending €100 on an epoxy game, and I hate it. I hate it. But I'll still play it to get my money's worth.
To get your money's worth. But you basically switched over to playing Overwatch now, haven't you?
I have, yeah. I started playing Overwatch after when the hype died down. There's a streamer called Vanilla Sin that I work with. Some people know her. And she refuses to get Overwatch. Like, refuses. And we have a gaming channel in our job, kind of like a messenger. And people are like, you should get Overwatch, and all the hype. I was like, I'm just going to kind of let it die down, then see what the fun is, and then I'll move on to it. And it did not have a dull moment with that game at all. So I just jumped on board.
Yeah.
Just said, I'll give it a go.
Oh, I have an unopened copy of BO3 for PS4. Any tips on first gun and best map for a newbie?
First gun and best map for a newbie. God, I have to think about these feckin' maps now. My head feels like it's still hung over for the weekend. What I'm using at the moment is it depends if you're going to be more tactical in the game or not. For me at the moment, I'm a runner. I'll just dart out. I don't sit there and wait for fuckers to walk past me. But I use an XR2. It's a 3-burst gun. But if you're starting off new, just start off with the Man of War. And best map. Best map. Oh my god, I don't know. Probably I like Skyjack because it reminds me of Hijack. It's not the best map, but it's a decent map. But I don't like the new Nuketown. I think it's atrocious.
Isn't that the one that everybody loves though?
Yeah, but original Nuketown is great, and the second one, Black Ops 2, was great as well. But when they started involving fuckers jumping around like I don't know, like jumping jacks, I was like, no, it just doesn't make any running across walls and shit.
Well,
Stay out of my garden.
You don't like wall running?
I'm not a fan of wall running. If I wanted to run on walls, I would lose weight and do it myself. Like, I don't like it. I don't like it at all. But yeah, I would probably go with Nuketown is just. But I can't think of anything else. I can't even think of any other map that is. Oh, Redwood. Redwood's good. Like Redwood. It's farce.
Back to Stream Hatchet, because I like Stream Hatchet. But how important is it for like, because like I said, we know that a lot of streamers, they hop on the newest game because they figure that's going to get them the views and so on and so forth.
It's going to get their Twitch partnership. Yeah. It's cute. It's cute.
Yeah, it's cute. But how important or how much attention should streamers pay to their data?
As in terms of Stream Hatchet and all that?
Yeah.
I think it's very important for them to do that. Like, if you have to think of it like a business. The way I run my stream is not only do I enjoy it and have fun and I network with people, I get to meet lovely people like yourself, you know. But when it comes down to if you're trying to succeed in that, your data is so important. You have to treat it like a business. Like any business at all depends on their data. How many hits they get to their website? How many hits do they get with this promotion? How many hits do they get with certain times of the day? Everything. Your data is so important because you're trying to, obviously you're understanding what audience you're reaching at that certain point or that certain peak, but you have to take into consideration that you're not reaching the full audience that you should be unveiling to as well. So it is very important for your data.
Do you also find, like, I know that when I was coming up with what I wanted to do, I wanted to try and make sure that I hit a reasonable time for the European audience.
Yeah.
Because I think if you don't, you're missing. But how important is it for streamers to pay attention to the times that they stream?
I don't know if it's very. It depends on who you're trying to appeal to, really, Cranky. So the way I was doing it, I'm trying to appeal more to Irish people, but I seem to get people not only from little dribs and drabs of Ireland, but I get a lot of people from the States because my accent is a big selling point.
Oh shit, yeah. Like,
yeah.
Giotto is in love. Okay, Giotto would just sit there for hours listening to you.
I don't know why, you know, because I sound like this. But I do think, I don't think it's overly important if you're just doing it for the fun of it. But if you're trying to reach audience, like I said, I'd like to try and reach more Irish people, but they don't like anyone that lives in Dublin. So anyone outside of Dublin is kind of like, ah, sure, those Jackies or those Dubs, you know. But I reached England. I get a lot of people from Germany and Scandinavian countries and Dutch. I get more Dutch people than Irish people when I stream. But I obviously get a lot of Americans because there'll be the time frames. It really depends if somebody's in work during that time or they're getting off work at that time or kids coming back from school. You know, that's the kind of time frame that I would get for those guys. But I'd be trying to push more towards my own kind. But it depends, Cranky. It really does.
Yeah, because like I said,
hello, shrink, shrank, shrunk. Try and say that with a few drinks in you.
Yeah. What's your favorite character in Overwatch?
Diva.
Diva?
Diva. Only because I say it real funny. Diva.
What are good games to begin as a newbie streamer besides just playing what you like? Play some lesser known games and just begin and save the bigger titles for when you get more viewers?
I wouldn't think, personally, I don't think that's a good idea, because if your goal is to obviously get the viewership and, you know, get that kind of building up, going for the bigger games that have a lot of people that are interested in is always a good way to make a platform first. so you can build upon that platform and then play the games that you want to play. Personally, it's all about preference, but I've seen a lot of people who would play like, actually, I'll give you a good example. Me, I'm a great example of this. When I started to drib and drab about streaming, I started playing, oh my god, what the hell is that? Battle Block Theater was the first game for me to stream. And no one knows what Battle Block Theater is unless you played it. So I didn't have much viewership. I barely had anyone come in because who the hell is going to be looking for that game? Or Market a Ninja. Some of these people are like, what the fuck is that game? So I had to think about it clearly. So I was like, right, I need to build up my viewership and then I can start playing whatever the hell I want. So playing something very, trying to keep original and true to yourself, if you're trying to get the viewership, is not the best way to go in my personal opinion. You're better off just trying to branch out and cover some of the big games and then build up that loyal viewership and then play something that you like, I think.
So that's kind of contrary to what a lot of people say. Because then, I've heard so many people say, just play what you enjoy. People will come. No, they won't.
No. Honest to God, I think that is the shittiest advice ever. That is the type of advice that I would see from one jealous streamer to another, that they didn't want them to succeed because they have a better personality. That is the kind of shit that I would see personally. But to be honest with you, just if you're trying to build up your viewership, you have to get out of that fucking bubble and just try the games that big streamers are trying. Rocket League, Call of Duty, League of Legends, Dota, Hearthstone. Just don't have your tits out. That's all I ask. That's all I ask.
Just don't have your tits out. Yeah, okay, I'll go with that.
Who thinks she's famous? Who thinks she's famous? I'm famous for not being famous.
Someone's a little itchy in the ass,
Do you want me to scratch it? Tastes like happy.
Tastes like. Do you still enjoy streaming every day?
I do enjoy it, yeah. I think it's great fun. You meet all these lovely people. You start building up all these nice relationships with people. It's nice. And then I have friends. You have no idea how much of a big deal that is.
When it comes to family?
Yeah.
What has been in the beginning to now? What's been the reactions? Like, how have they, has it changed? Has it gotten better? Has it gotten worse? Like, what was in the beginning when you first started? What was like people you're doing what?
Yeah, that's exactly what it was like at the start. What is it? Well, take this into consideration. My dad is 72 years old, right? There's a lot of fucking changes since 1944, clearly, right? What is this internet thing? But and my mother's in her 50s, and when I started to stream, they just seemed to, I don't know, they were just thinking that I was just playing games, because I was playing games before, and it was kind of like, oh yeah, she's playing games. And then I kind of started talking about, okay, well, I started going on the internet and started broadcasting it, and they were like, is it safe? I'm like, I'm fine. Don't worry, I have everything fine. It's grand. Don't worry about it. But nowadays, because I started pushing it more to market myself a little bit higher and sell myself to people to get the recognition and obviously the channel, the brand out there as well. My parents have been very supportive. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, my dad was saying to me when I was back home in Ireland, he goes, isn't it fucking great that you're on TV? And I was like, yeah, it was fucking great being on TV.
So, wait, I gotta go back. Okay, your dad is 72?
Dad is 72.
And your mother's 50s?
My mom's 55 this year.
So there's almost 20. So there's hope for me to find a hot young woman and have that.
It's a funny story. Would you like to know what happened?
Sure.
Why not, right? So what happened was my mother used to date a cop in Ireland, right? And my dad got to know my mother because she used to be always in this bar. She was 17, right? And my dad had no idea she was 17, but that was fine. So he started getting to know her. She left the copper, and that was fine. Started a relationship with my father, and then they were like, okay, well, this is going well. Now, my dad said to my mother that he was 24 and she was 17. My grandmother, her mother, was like, yeah, she's fine. Your man's 24. So anyway, they moved on with their relationship. My dad asked her to marry her, and that was fine. So when they went up to get the registry done, and he had his birth certificate, he wasn't 24. He was 34. So my mother said nothing to her mother, and they got married and they moved off, and they had it was 2 kids deep before my grandmother found out. Now my grandmother is 11 years older than my father on my mother's side. So there was murder, and she got dragged back home. Dad, get the fuck away from that man. It was fucking hilarious. And to this day, my father is still terrified of my grandmother. We call her the mafia because she'll fucking kill you and bury you somewhere. Woman is fucking dangerous, man. But yeah, that's how they met. And then obviously my other brother came along, I came along, and then 11 years later my younger brother came along. So there's like 11-year gap.
Wow. I have to get you to tell one story. Because this is the most, and you know the one I mean, don't you?
I know the one you mean, yeah.
You gotta tell my folks about the hospital bar.
Oh, I knew this would come. This is the height of it. Yes, Casper. Yeah, I'm talking to Cranky on Skype in front of all these lovely people. Do you want to say hi?
Yes.
Just wave. Just wave. You don't have to show your face. You can just wave. There we go.
Hey, Casper.
He says hi. And all of these lovely people on the interweb say hi. Yeah, there's so many. So I will talk to you later. He wants to know about the hospital bar. Your face. He's like, so I'm going to let you go. All right. Thank you. I will. I always do enjoy myself. I will. Everyone says, he says hi. So, okay, the hospital bar. We have to get you over to Amsterdam, clearly, Cranky, and then
yes,
I can show you I can show you the banana bar. Apparently, that's a lot worse.
Oh.
So, now he's like, oh, the hospital bar. Go away. I'm telling the story to the peoples. Okay, so everyone's ready for this story. You love this story. Every time I say this to one of my friends, she goes, do you remember the hospital bar? And then she just breaks her shit laughing. She wasn't there, but she laughed so much as if she was there, you know? So anyway, what happened? Oh, the banana bar. I know that one. Yeah, you do.
Ghibli's from the Netherlands.
He's Dutch as well.
He's Dutch.
Taxamica. Well, so what happened was, this is the God honest truth. When I moved here to outside of Amsterdam, I was like, the first thing I want to see is a live sex show. That was hands down. I did the research. I was like, I said it to Casper, I do not give a fuck what anyone thinks about me. I want to see this. I have to see this. When's the next time I'm going to see this in my lifetime? Then again, I can always go down the road. But anyway, so he said, okay, we'll look into it. And I said, that's fine. So we looked into it, and we were talking to our friends, which is also called Casper. We call him Special K because his name begins with a K, and his wife. And I said, would you be interested in going into Amsterdam and seeing a live sex show? And they were like, yeah, I'd be up for that. So we packed the car up. We took the train in, we went all the way in, and we paid €50 at the door, and that gets you 3 free drinks, right? While you're watching the sex show. So anyway, walked in, it was a dingy, real dark, roof was real low place, and it was just rows and rows. It was like a church with the rows, but obviously you weren't in a church. And we sat down, and there was a lady performing with some utensils and inserting them in and out of her orifices. And she was enjoying it from the look in her face. Then Casper's like, do you wanna move up closer to the splash zone? So we did.
It's closer to the splash zone.
So we did, and we moved up a couple of rows, and I was getting my free drinks. I was like, double vodkas, please. And anyway, this lovely, good-looking woman stands up, and she's like, we're going to have, a reward or a competition for a reward of free drinks. And I said, okay. And we need 3 volunteers. And I was like, fuck it. So I put my hand up. Then an American girl put her hand up, and I think some girl from the UK put her hand up as well. So 3 of us went up on stage, and the girl was standing there with no bra, just a pair of like little dainty underwear, and she was like, "Okay, first thing you need to do is dance. Who's gonna go first?" And I was like, "I'll go first." Right? So I danced and whatever, you know, and then next one, they all danced, and then she said, "Do another thing," and then we said, "I'll go first," and I went, "Ugh." Then this lady takes off her underwear, lies down on her back, puts her legs back of her head, takes a banana, peels it, and inserts it inside her orifice. It's probably the best way to describe it. She says, "You need to take a bite of this to win." She goes, "Who's going first?" So the 2 girls, the American and the UK girl, were like, "She can go first." It's like, right. I had a few drinks on me, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to make them regret it. So she had the banana, and I leaned down, all the way down, and I took the biggest, longest bite I could of that banana. No joke. I went right down. I could see it was right there like this. And I chomped it, and then I sat up, and then I took the banana out like this, and I turned to the girl and said, "You're next." And there was like this much banana left, which was inside the girl. She goes, "Yeah, next one takes a bite." Telling you now, you'll never fucking regret it. And Casper was sitting there while I was eating the banana. He was like, "That's my girl. That's my fucking girl." So yeah.
Oh man.
Oh man, the banana story. You know, I had to tell that story just to make a filler when I was waiting for something to download for people, because I had a big audience, and I was like, "Fuck it, I need to keep them entertained." And it went from like 50 to 72 with the story.
Give me one. Why did you move to Amsterdam?
Work. I wanted to finance streaming, and I was having no luck at all in Ireland with getting a proper job that I wanted to do. And
isn't Ireland the new tech center? All the software companies are moving there, and they're
yeah. But the thing is, hold on. The thing is that like I could get a phone call like, "Hi, is that Sarah Jane Fury?" Like, "Yeah, hi. Yeah, we have a job opening. We need someone for like 6 weeks of work with this amount of money. You interested?" And I'm sitting there going like, "How the fuck am I going to pay my rent after 6 weeks? I can't do 6 weeks." And even at that, they're like, I could go into the job and then I'll get the job and I'll be there for 2 weeks, and then they'll start letting people go because the job was a lot faster to complete than it was anticipated. You know, and it's like that in Ireland with the likes of eBay and PayPal, Hewlett Packard, IBM, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, like all the big companies down there. It's all like that. They only want you for a contract for 12 months, and then you figure out the rest of your life. Or they'll have you contracted, all the way through, no permanency. So, Special K, our friend, said to Casper, "There's this place called Sonos, and if you want to have a go of, applying for a job, go for it, because they're looking for people and they offer permanency and they have relocation bonus and everything like that." I applied for a job, Casper applied for a job, they loved us, they took us in. That was that. So I needed work, cranky. That's the end of the day. And obviously if I want to finance what I'm doing now, if I want to better monitor, or the motherboard just happens to snap in half, I have to have something to back that up.
Yeah.
So I have to work.
Sonos.
Yeah.
Can I get a deal?
I'll give you 30%.
Ooh. I'll talk to you, girl.
I look after you, man.
All
I have
right.
a friend's discount.
Yes. In the time you've been streaming, what's some of your more memorable moments?
Oh, I got raided by LT Zonda, who is a UK streamer who had thousands and thousands of people watching him, and I got raided by them. I had like 1,000 people or 800 people in my chat and stream at one point, and it was fucking nuts. That was nuts. I'll never forget that. And then I remember when I moved to the Netherlands, and one of the guys like, oh yeah, you know, we should play a PlayStation. I said, I sold my PlayStation when I was moving. I have to, you know, and try and make ends meet going over to the Netherlands. And he's actually one of my friends at this stage. Professor Hurt donated $500 for me to get a brand new PlayStation 4. And I was fucking delighted and moved. I think those have to be one of many memorable situations I've had in my stream. Fucking awesome balls.
Now the flip side.
Yeah.
What's one of the more depressing or upsetting?
Oh, when I first started streaming, and the Elgato HD60, which I will never, ever, ever, ever recommend to anyone because I'd much rather develop some kind of infection, right? That fucker, I will not promote that product at all. Because it's basically like a pebble at this stage, and there's no ventilation in the fucker. It kept overheating, and anytime I was streaming, the stream video and audio would out of sync, and it would do it at the most inappropriate times where I felt like I was succeeding, and I would just break down. I remember breaking down one time, and I was like, fuck this altogether, fuck it. And I just break down. It was fucking horrible. I'll never ever forget it. I remember going into Casper's face and being like, this is fucking retarded. And he was like, we'll build a fucking PC. Fuck it, we'll just build one. And then we built one, and then we put a PCI card for the capture card and AverMedia, and that resolved all the issues here on in. But it was a horrible, horrible situation. I'll forget it.
I'm curious as like I know like there's you know Xbox streamers, there's PS4 streamers, there's PC streamers. Why do you use basically all three? Because you have an Xbox One, don't you?
I have an Xbox One, yeah.
And a PS4.
PS4, yeah. And an
PC.
Xbox 360, and a Nintendo Wii U, and a Nintendo Wii, and I have Game Boys. I have everything in this house. Everything. And PC as well. But I choose to have two different platforms because I feel that, not for myself, I think the PlayStation 4 totally surpasses the Xbox One. Hands down, like. But I think I do it more so for people that I want to play with, because I do get a lot of people in my stream that has a PlayStation 4 or has an Xbox One. No one has both because of whatever reason, preferences, financial reasons, God knows what. But I want to be able to, I want to be able to play with everyone as well. So I'll kind of divide up the games a bit. Like I have Star Wars for PlayStation 4, GTA 5 for it, or The Division and Black Ops 3 for the Xbox One. So I kind of divvy.
Are you looking at the Xbox One S at all?
I'm thinking of getting one, yeah. I'm gonna wait until January though. I'm gonna wait until January.
Why?
Because it's gonna be like $500 straight out of the bank. And if I wait until January, there's gonna be a lot of people who may not find the Xbox One S appeals to them and might get a better deal if I wait, because it's still an Xbox One regardless. It plays the same goddamn fucking games. And besides, if you're looking at the Xbox One S, it's saying that it would benefit you to have a 4K TV. But the way I see it is, if I had a 4K TV and I wanted to use an Xbox for that, then I wouldn't stream because my refresh rate will be shit. And if I wanted to be competitive, if I have a shit refresh rate, then I can't get the proper kills that I want to get. So it doesn't appeal to me.
Yeah.
So if I was to get an Xbox One and then put it on a 144 hertz monitor, I don't see the difference. Only for speed, possibly. Yeah. The process power will be faster, but quality, I don't know if anyone can see past 60 frames.
When it comes to streaming, who do you look up to?
Stream, who do I look up to?
Yeah.
I can tell you this, I don't look up to big streamers. I do not look up to big streamers. Although there is a good few people out there that are fucking awesome balls and they've achieved a lot and they have the huge amount of following and huge amount of viewership, I don't look up to any of those people. I look up towards those people who are starting off, because I knew, and you know, the struggle like anyone else. And I sit there, I will go down to the very bottom of the channel and I would look at the person that has like 100 followers or 5 followers or whatever it may be and watch their stream. and I'd enjoy that more so than anything else. People like it because it's so chilled. I think I like it because the person is so fucking passionate at the start. It doesn't, the flame is still there. It's not distinguished at all. They're the people I look up to. The struggle.
Yeah.
They really do put more heart and soul into it. Some streamers, some big streamers out there, they're not all like that, but you do get a lot of people that are kind of, they take it for granted, and it's fucking sad that they don't understand or realize that what they started off with is now gone. That inspiration, that struggle, that drive is just kind of diluted.
Do you think that once you reach a certain level in your stream growth, that is inevitable to happen though? Or can you maintain that passion throughout?
I think you can maintain that passion throughout. One big streamer like Towley, he seems very genuine to me. Like he still is he's just down to earth, and he just seems genuine, unlike some people who thrive on big-headedness or pedestals, you know. I do feel that some people will get like that. I like to think I will not get to that at all. I'm not a big streamer. I just want to just fucking enjoy what I'm doing and just interact with people and just have a laugh and just do what I do. But hope to God no one else starts going that direction. Just remember where they came from, really.
Yeah.
It's fucking sad though when you go into someone who's like, yeah, I'm the best, and then someone gives them abuse. Like, excuse me, I have 100,000 followers and I have so many people. Okay, I will wreck you. I'm like, no, just don't. Just don't. Okay, just don't. Don't fucking start.
Do you find that when, let's say, you get rated by a big streamer, and
yes.
I mean by big, I mean someone who's partnered and
yep.
And is doing really well. Do you find that they have an attitude that you owe them?
I have come across one person that has done that. I've been rated plenty of times with big stringers. Minx rated me not too long ago. LT Zonda, Sam Soares. Well, there's a bunch of them that have. There was one person, I'm not going to name names, that were kind of like, thanks very much for saying thank you on Twitter for the raid. I'm like, I'm sorry if I didn't say thanks. God, I had so much going on that I'm not taking your shit for granted. I wrote back and I said, I'm sorry, I do apologize. That expectation was not meant. I appreciate the time you've given me for the raid. And I just kind of left it at that. And I was like, what the fuck are they on? The fuck, like, I'm fucking sorry, man, if you need to be acknowledged. Someone needs to fucking hug you. Like, what the fuck? I'm trying to. I have both. Jamie says, "Oh, whoa, ooh, I guess you're buying the next round then, Jamie."
Okay, here's another question. I know a lot of streamers have a team, right?
Yes.
I like to think I've got a fairly solid team. Do you have a team, and do you find it is like once you start growing, it is something you really need?
There's no harm in getting into a team for the support.
No, I don't mean like the Grinders TV type team. I mean like a personal support team.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. It would, just for someone to give you the motivation to keep going. Yeah, definitely. I think it is important. It is very important. I am on an actual stream team, but I also have a team as well in the back end. Well, in my real life. That support me. Like, my dad supports me something awful. Like, I've never had so much support as I did growing up with my father, and he supports me in this. He thinks I can actually do something really well with it. I have friends that support me all the time in work. I have my director from the European headquarters of Sona saying, you know what, I seen the video of you on the TV, and I have to say I'm kind of worried that you're going to leave us if you get too big. I was like, God's sake, Denny, I'm not going to leave. I need a mortgage, man. And I have that. I have people that will come in and say, and how's the stream getting on? And you're so good at doing this and X, Y, and Z. And I do have that support. It is very important to have people like that in your life. It is. And if you don't have that kind of support and you're starting off and you don't have friends or whatever it may be, Twitch is a great platform to build up common ground with people. Like you and I, we've never met
No.
in person. We talk, we have the laugh. I'm in your stream, you're in my stream. We always have a great laugh, and I think we have a solid enough friendship. And same way with some viewers that I talk to all the time. And you know, it is there if you're worried about I don't have a support group in the background. They're all there to support you. If they're coming in and watching your stream, they're supporting you. If they're sending you a message asking you how you are, they're supporting you. It's, you know, it is very, very important. But if you don't or can't have that ground and you're finding a struggle, just reach out to anyone. Reach out to the people you feel comfortable with as a streamer.
What do you think of streamer politics?
Streamer politics? In what sense? Let's see here. Where the fudge did I see that? Game politics. Ew, that leads to drama in the community. What do you mean? What can you elaborate?
Like we've seen it happening on YouTube.
Yeah.
The whole, after each other, poking at each other.
Oh God, oh my God, your purse matches my purse, so now I have to change my purse. That's bullshit. Kind of fucking attitudes. Yeah, it's sweetheart. We're not in fucking high school anymore, so get off your fucking high horse. That's literally how I feel about it. Would you ever just? I see this you see this all the time, not just on Twitch or YouTube, but you see it all the time. Like people giving people shit in work, and people giving shit on Facebook, and I'm like, would you ever? You're gonna get fucking killed sooner or later, be it natural or by a car. Would you just fuck off and live your life and just worry about yourself instead of? He's wearing the same shirt as me. I could fucking die. And that guy's a fucking asshole, and that girl is a fucking titty streamer, and that girl's fat, and he's fat, and they're fat, and everyone's fucking, I think it's just petty. It's petty picking your nosary shit. Like, I don't have time for it.
Your nosary shit.
It is. It fucking is, like. Fucking. But I come across some fucking and on a personal situation, I don't have fucking time for it, but I do deal with it on a streamer level. Like I have friends that are streamers, and then I'll be on Twitter, and next thing you know, X streamer says to Y streamer, she's a fucking cunt,
Yeah.
And that streamer says, oh, you have the intelligence of a fucking shoe, and and it's kind of like, would you ever? The two of you just need to fucking stop with your bickering. No one fucking cares. I don't fucking care. Stop putting this shit on Twitter. Like, there's no fucking like Twilight Team Jacob and Team Edward going on here. Like, so just get over yourselves. That's how I feel about it. Don't fucking care.
Let's sort of end this off with, because I know we've gone a little long, but that's fuck it.
I don't mind. Fuck it. Call the cops. They know me.
Yeah. Do you have any advice, like anything, like for streamers that are starting out, or even streamers that are mid ground, like even myself? Like I always am open to learning new shit. Like even some things you said today have got me, going. In
Cogs are going.
Head. Yeah. What's words of advice or words of suggestion of roadmaps, this type of thing? What would you suggest for streamers?
There's a lot of things I would suggest to people. A lot of things. And I think one thing I would look at is if you're trying to build yourself into something for this platform, commit yourself to your own brand. Like, you have to look at it as a business point of view. And obviously enjoy what you're doing, but commit to what you're doing. Because at the end of the day, it is your face and it's your gameplay and it's your name on the line. And people like consistency, but don't sell yourself short at all on what you're doing. Just try and push yourself as much as you can, but don't make yourself look like a cunt either in the process. That'd be great. If you could just do that, that'd be fine. But I would look at it as, this is your brand. Sell yourself the way you want to be sold as, and respect yourself for it. That's all I have to say. Like, that's probably the best advice.
What set of tools would you suggest for streamers? Like, and I mean, like,
Yeah.
you know, not just OBS. I know a lot of people are.
OBS,
Yeah. But what set of tools do you think a streamer should have in their toolkit to make them make their job easier? And I say job, but also make their stream better.
Okay, so that's a lot of things. So I can go through what I have. I have a shit ton of things. We'll open up an L Chrome for this. Let's open up an L Chrome and see what's in things. I actually have a folder called tools. Would you believe? So for the tools I have follower tools. So it goes through the likes of if I wanted to pull up information of how many people are following me and what exactly those people's names are, and it pulls up an Excel file for those. Just in case I need to find something that I'm looking for. That's just one thing. Revlo bot, if you want to start going into point system, but you want to reward people for their loyalty, definitely. Twitch alerts, and in Twitch alerts, I use a lot of things in Twitch alerts. Like, I use the donation goals and the stream labels as well. The chat box feature that I sometimes implement. People have event lists, so if you're having if somebody hosted you, it has a number of times that somebody hosted you and who they are. Well, Twitch alerts is very good, including your donations. What else do I have? Stream Hatchet pulls up when you're live.
I love Stream Hatchet.
It's so good. It pulls up all of your stats of that current moment, and then later on it sends you a weekly report saying, like, this week you had this amount of followers at this percentage.
I actually came up with another one.
Yeah.
I don't know whether you've heard of it, but it's called Loots. Loots.
No, I don't think I have.
Let me just see where
good old Loot Crate on Twitch. No, we don't want that.
It is. I got to try and find where I think I put it in admin. Loots.com.
Loots.com. It sounds like something that you're gonna buy.
Yeah, no, it's a really strange name, but its stats are
actually. That is awesome.
That is really, really good.
That is awesome. Definitely have that. What else do I use? God, I use loads of stuff. For gamer cards, I use game card delivery for people's e-vouchers. Social media, Buffer. Makes it so much easier. Buffer integrates Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, Google+.
I'm surprised you don't use Hootsuite.
No, I use Buffer. I got a call off Buffer for a survey, and the guy wanted to sit down and talk to me about why I use Buffer as a business user, because I pay for it. And I went through it with him, and he didn't realize, is probably the word I'm looking for, that there's streamers out there that would use this, and I was one of them. So it's really good. It also implements the say, for example, if you like a lot of updates from like GameSpot or IGN, it implements that as well, that you can have an RSS feed that you can go in, see today's updates of like the latest and greatest, and then you can just buffer that out to Twitter or Facebook as well. Has scheduling, has everything really. It has all the scheduling statistics on it, how many people click it, potential clickers, all this. Where they click from, is it from like a mobile phone, is it from like a website, is it from whichever. It's really, really good. That as well. What else do I use? I use so many things. What else do I use? I use Spreadshirt for my shop, for my t-shirts as well. That's another tool. What else do I have? Etsy, because I make a lot of
speaking of that, because I want this on video so I can show Giotto, because I talked about this to him the other day.
Yeah.
You do some awesome 8-bit shit.
I do, yeah, and the thing is, I don't stream it. I streamed it once a year ago, and I thought, oh well, this is boring for people.
No, but I want to see the Sonic, no, the
Mega Man one.
Yeah, the Mega Man one, because I want this on video so that Giotto can see it later, because he just went absolutely nuts when I mentioned it to him.
Let's see. All right, hold on. I have a lot of things in here. A lot of things. Yeah. Is it this one?
Yes. That is so freaking awesome.
Who would have thought, that I'd have enough talent for this? Pretty cool. I like it. I like it a lot. I like Mega Man. Mega Man's like my first gaming memory as a child, because I remember when my brothers got a Nintendo, and I was real young, and my mother said to my brothers, "If you don't let that fucking child play with it, I'll fucking break a thing over your face." And that was my first gaming memory. It was my mother threatening my brothers. Yeah. But yeah, I do a lot of this stuff. I do like I have like God, I have so much stuff. I have like this as well.
Do you have an Etsy shop?
I have an Etsy shop. Yeah, I've already started to build.
Link that
Okay,
shit.
jeez, hold on. I
Link
have to
that
find
shit.
it now. Jeez, hold on. Etsy, ETS. There we go. Etsy. Your shop, view shop. Is it? I don't know if it's like Antitinkerbell at the end. I really should be more sensible about this. I'll just have to take it this way, I suppose. Oh, /shop. Yeah, that's it. So it's /shop. Am I allowed? Am I gonna get like? Yeah, I got bet up by Nightbot.
I'll fix that. I'll fix
Fuck
that.
you, Nightbot. You're shit. You're shit.
Permit.
Anti-Tinkerbells.
There you go.
There you go. Thank you. No, it's already in there. Thank you.
All right, thanks, Orky.
He's savage,
He's awesome.
man.
He's awesome.
Yeah.
I love Orky.
But yeah, I have
Orky's a
so
pain in
much
the
of this
ass,
stuff.
but
Like, I should really send you something like this. I sat down. I like crafting. Everyone was like, "Ah, you knit." I was like, "Yeah, I knit and I do all this shit, whatever." Right? I like to have some kind of trade, like these. And I make like little earrings as well. Hold on, let's see here. I took a pair over to Ireland with me. I had a Triforce earrings as well, and I made my own panty earrings as well, little panties. And then obviously, yeah, something to match the necklaces with.
All right.
Not bad, huh? Not bad for a woman.
Oh, at least you're not in the kitchen.
Well, see, this is it, like, you know. But yeah, fucking, I have everything. I'm gonna make more though. I have to figure out what else I want to make. But one of the guys is like, any chance you could sit down and make a giant Super Mario 3 World 1 level? And I was like, oh really? And he was like, yeah, seriously, could you do that? And I was like, I think I could. I did some research on it, and my piece of paper has gone for a walk. Is it underneath there? No, it's somewhere anyway. But I printed out the level itself, and I've already started to start on just a couple of things to build it up. So I'm going to make a whole level for it. So it's going to take ages,
Are you
but
gonna stream
it'll get done.
Are you gonna stream it?
I could, yeah, but it's very boring if I'm doing like this all the time. It's gonna take hours.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's your conversation.
It's my conversation piece. So anyway, what are you making? This and just making this.
Well, hey, listen, it can't be any worse than creative eating, or what is that?
I did social eating. Shut up,
Yes,
man.
I know.
I tried it. I
Yes.
got
Yeah.
top viewer because
Yeah.
one guy got banned.
Ice cream. Ben and Jerry's ice cream.
Yeah, and strawberries and sushi and what else did I eat? Raspberries.
I still think you should do show me your berries.
Show me your berries. Yeah, I don't know. Might work. Well, that'll be next, but that'll be for the boys, you see.
Yeah.
The girls will be showing me your bobs, and then it'll be the berries will be show me your berries.
Yeah.
Don't know how I could implement that though.
I don't know. I don't think Twitch Alerts is that fine tuned.
I think there is I've already researched this.
Uh-oh.
I've already researched this, that I could have multiple different alerts, so to speak. I have to think of the name of it, but it's basically like an application ran by Java, and you can put in what you want, put in the sound, and then it rotates every time, so it's always different.
Yeah.
So I can't remember the name of it though. Really can't.
Well, I hate to call this to an end. I'm having too much fun.
I'm streaming in like an hour, so
Yeah,
we're gonna have to.
we're gonna have to shut this down. But anyway, no, thank you, and thank you, Tink.
I've
you
been
very
looking
much.
forward to this all week.
I
You've
know.
no idea how hard my fucking weekend was at a fucking wedding. Oh my god,
Oh
I could
God,
have
you were at a
killed myself.
wedding?
Oh, my sister got married. I could have fucking strangled her with a fucking dress, like.
Isn't that the one you wanted? Just like, was it you that was on stream or Twitter that just wanted to strangle you, just disown your sister?
Yeah, I already disowned her. But like it was there was a huge story in the background. Was that if you have time, of
Yeah,
course.
no, go right
Right,
ahead.
okay. What happened was we were supposed to fly over for my sister's wedding, and the whole idea is because my daughter, I have a child, and she's autistic. So the whole idea is because she was over with her daddy in Sweden was to fly her and her daddy over to here, to Amsterdam, and then we'll all fly over there the next day, just to kind of ease off. She's high function autism, but you don't know which way she'd go if she's on a flight. So it's a kind of, let her control the situation. Anyway, and then my sister sends me a message. I sent her a screenshot saying, yeah, everything's booked. Then 3 days later, she loses it. Like, my sister is a fucking, like, she is just, you don't know which way she's gonna go. Like, I feel sorry for the guy that, she's with now, but Jesus. But, all joking aside, she's a fucking weirdo. But, what happened was, she started losing the head at me to the point where I broke down in tears. Like, I was just like, fuck this. Like, she said the most horrible things. And I discovered while I was in Ireland that I wasn't the only one that got that kind of abuse. In a way, I was kind of happy, but in another way, it was kind of fucking sad. But anyway, everything was booked, and then she started kicking off, and I was like, you know what? You can go fuck your wedding. Like, fuck your wedding. I don't give a fuck about your fucking special day, you fucking bitch. So I blocked her on Facebook and all that stuff, and Casper's like, she's a cunt. And I'm like, yeah, I know, right? So a couple of days later, I stood my ground. A couple of days later, she was all like, oh, I paid for those flights. And I was like, oh, fine. There's the money for you. Like, no problem. And then my dad called me and said, you know what? That's a cheap price to get out of a fucking wedding. Because she's like, she was wrecking everyone's head. Like, my dad said this, right? He goes, you're fucking smart getting out of that fucking wedding. I was like, holy shit. And then I was kind of in conversation with my mother over the last couple of days. My mother got a very hard time off my sister because she did all the wedding bridesmaid dresses and organising some things, and it was very hard on her. And Casper was saying it to me. He goes, it would be nice just to go over for your mother's sake, because your mother's kind of like him and hawing about you not coming over. And I said, okay. So I called her and I said, look, I'll come over for you, but the small one is sitting home with her daddy, and I'll come over. So I flew over on the Wednesday night, and I helped her with all the wedding dresses, and then we went to the pub on the Friday. And then she tells me that, oh yeah, you're doing a reading at the church. And I'm like, fucking tell me this now. She goes, yeah, I found it 2 days ago, but if I told you, you got upset. If you told me this 2 days ago, I would have been fine with it, but not the fucking next morning. And my sister came down to the house. She's like, oh my God, you're here. And tears and blonde hair and fucking, I was like, oh yeah, okay, fine, yeah. And just kind of, it's white noise, cranky, this girl. I'm like, yeah. Shut up. Anyway, so my mother was like, Saturday we have to be up early for this wedding, okay? This was fucking dramatic. Alright, she set the alarm for 6. The alarm never went off at 6. I woke up naturally at 20 past 6. Walked into my mother's room. We have to be up now. She's like, oh fuck. It was all fucking go from there. Bridesmaids came down. The dress was getting hung up. My dad gave out to the photographer. Everybody was at everybody. I sent everyone up the road. I had to be that cunt. I just felt like, if you don't get up that fucking road and go for a fucking drink or a brandy or something, I will kill everyone in this room. And everyone's like, fuck. Gone. That was fine. Sister was giving out about everything. Oh, there's too many creases in that dress. They're not dressed in their bridesmaids. You're doing this. They're doing that. Where's Matt? And I'm like, oh my God, I swear to God, you just sign the paper. That's all you need to do is just sign the paper and go. We don't need this. So getting her into the dress was like a fucking Rubik's Cube. I am not joking. I'm not fucking joking, right? We get the dress on her and we're like heaving it up, And then at the back of it, it's supposed to be like it ties, and then something goes like this, something goes like this, and then something goes like that, right? No one knew how to fuck this dress worked. I did not know how the fuck this dress worked, right? So one of her friends was trying to do it, couldn't do it. My mother tried to do it, she couldn't do it. Michelle has a freak out. I'm like, the fuck? My mom's like, she's an engineer, she'll fucking figure it out. So I had to step in. 3 of us pulling, like, literally, like. She's like, I can't breathe. I was like, think fucking skinny. Pulled her in, tied it up. Then it was one thing that went across and had like all these different buttons, and none of the buttons made sense. And I was like, oh my fucking god. Eventually buttoned that part up there. She goes, I was like, can you breathe? She goes, I don't know if I can breathe. I was like, I want you to start doing this. Just, ease it out. That's all you need to do, ease it out. I had my hand down her fucking bra and everything, fixing her and shit like that. I didn't give a fuck. I was like, we're getting this done. Like all this shit. My mother looking at me, she's like, what the fuck? Me feeling her up, trying to get her into this fucking dress. And then we got into the car and we drove down, and I drove behind the wedding car just in case the car broke down, because I know for a fact that my fucking luck like that would happen, right? I didn't even get to drink, Cranky. I didn't get to fucking drink, right? So anyway, drove behind. We get to the church. There is no sign of the wedding bus. There is no sign of the bridesmaids. I get a call. There's a crash on the motorway. I was like, oh my god.
Oh
right?
no!
I can't.
No.
I was like, I can't. I don't know. I swear to God, if I lose weight in this situation, it will not be worth it. I don't give a fuck. Like, I was like so fucking upset. So anyway, I said to the driver, just drive around the back of the church, just have her there because I don't want to see her, right? Eventually everyone arrived, we kicked it all off. I streamed it on Facebook to my family that couldn't make it, and that was fine. Everyone went down to, it was in Glendalough. If you Google Glendalough, that's Lough, because it's an Irish word, and we have to be funny about this. It's a beautiful, very picturesque place, and my sister got married down there, and it was just, everything was picturesque, and that was great. And the food was great, the night was great, the band was fine, and I was like, right, I'm gonna head off. I'm not gonna say anything to anyone, I'm just gonna go. It took me 2 hours to leave the fucking place, right? The fucking drama of people, oh, she's just being mean to me. I was like, oh my, why are you talking to me? Because you have composure. Composure was the word of the night for me, apparently. Because I did not fucking care. I just wanted to go. I've done my part, I've done my deed, I'm leaving. So anyway, I couldn't get out for about, I'm not joking, couldn't get out for 2 hours. And it takes an hour drive from this place to my parents' house where I was staying. And I was thinking to myself, they have a lovely Labrador dog, and that dog needs to be walked and fed and everything like that. So I was supposed to leave at 11, didn't leave until about well after 12, right? And then I got home at about after 1. And I cleaned up the house. The house was fucking destroyed, right? With fucking paper and underwear and fucking bras thrown around like fucking grenades. Like, it was just all go in that house that morning. Cleaned all that shit up, got out of my fake nails, which was a bitch because I ended up slicing myself nearly in half trying to wipe. And then like everything was done. Made a cup of tea, leaned back on the couch. I was like, right, we'll wait for the fucking parade to come in and then we'll be able to sleep. I was so tired. And then I heard diddle-da, diddle-da, diddle-da. I was like, okay, well, my phone doesn't have that ringtone, and that's definitely not the house phone. Na 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 na. My mother forgot her mobile. Okay, so I pick up my mom's cell. I'm like, hello. And he's like, Sarah, where are you? I was like, Connor, my little brother. I'm in the house. Ma left her phone at home. I can't find Ma. I was like, what do you mean you can't find Ma? Do you know where Dad is? No, I can't find him. Do you know where Jamie or Polly is? Your brother's like, no. I was like, can you ring Polly and see where he is? And text me what happens. So I hang up the phone. I was thinking to myself, I swear to God, if they left him fucking behind. So anyway, I get a message, no answer. I said, okay, I'll ring from my mother's phone because that'll confuse everyone. Because why is your mother calling you if you're sitting near your mother, right? So I called my brother's phone and he goes, hello? I'm like, Polly, where are you now? And he goes, oh, I'm on the bus. And whereabouts in the journey are you? Redwood. So Redwood's a bit of a distance away from Glendalough. Do you realise you've left Connor in Glendalough on his own? They're like, what? And all I can hear is, for fuck's sake. I was like, please don't tell me I have to drive another hour to this fucking place and pick up my dorky brother and bring him fucking back. I was sitting in a pair of pajamas, no bra on, and all the fucks not given, going, I can't fucking believe this shit. But anyway, in the end, he ended up getting a lift off my uncle. And I was like, can't believe they left a little cunt behind. Like, could not believe. Busman was gone. Everyone didn't notice. I was like, Connor, what does that say about your family if nobody noticed you not on the bus? You know? Fucking Dorf, fucking nearly killed him when he got home. I had to drop his little girlfriend off to her house and everything, and it was just. And then the next morning, right? You think that's bad? The next morning, I get woken up at about 9:45. Everybody is still drunk asleep, right? I wake up, phone rings. Hello? My sister's like, yeah, they're ready to be picked up. I was like, who needs to be picked up? She goes, cousin Esther and her friend Maggie. They need to be picked up. From where? Glendalough. I'll call you fucking back. I walked into my mother's room, slapped her on the leg. Did you say to people I pick up people from fucking Glendalough? Oh, well, I just said it would be alright. I said, do you realise it's an hour away and an hour back? Do you fucking understand it? Oh, yeah, but I thought it'd be grand. I was like, oh my God. I drove the length and breadth of Ireland, literally. I'll fucking kill people. It was just shit. I couldn't wait to get home. I literally could not wait to get home. It was a nice weekend, but fuck that noise. If you're asking me to be involved in a wedding, I will go to the church and I will eat your goddamn food and I will drink all your free shit. But that's it. I'm not helping anyone into fucking dresses. I will not help anyone else fucking organize people's lifts. I would rather slit my wrists. Like, that's literally how much I felt from the fucking weekend. It was just wall-to-wall drama. I had 2 hours peace.
You're almost going to be glad to be back streaming.
Oh my God, I'm so glad to be home. I missed it so much. And I couldn't game properly in the fucking house because everybody was throwing their bras around like it was a fucking feminist party. Oh my God, I was so glad to be back home and like in my own bed and like beside Casper farting. Like there's nothing like the smell of success getting home. Like it's so good. So good. Cannot recommend it any more than that, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, man. Okay, well, on that note, we will call the show to a close.
I will call that, we'll call that to an end, and we will talk again very soon. I'm sure I'll see you floating around tonight anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always do.
But anyway, thank you, Antitinkerbell, my awesome lady. I love it very much. I'm so glad you dropped by for coffee. It was a lot of fun.
So fun. We must do this again.
What I want to be able to do is every couple weeks, every so often, just have people back in and just get caught up with shit. Because that's one thing I find about streamers is that they don't. It's not that they don't talk, but they don't communicate. They don't have fun together.
Yeah, I noticed that as well. I would like to see more people, and I've only been talking about this with new people that are starting to join our team, Grinders TV. We're starting to recruit now because a lot of the people that we've already
thank you, Pippin, for the follow. Yeah.
Into partnership. They're gone into partnership and they're doing their own thing. So we're going to bring in more people and groom them and bring them further up.
Yeah.
But we were talking about, like, could we do something like a chat show? Just a couple of grinders, a couple of streamers, bring in some people. Even me and Original were talking about for my stream as well. I think it'd be just good crack. Just good fun.
Yeah, there's several people that I want to, I know one other person I really, and I don't know if you know her at all. You probably don't, but that is Annie from Lost in House. She's the one that does
I'm yet to get into her banters.
Yes. She's English from the UK. She's an awesome lady. Literally has said, I don't want partnership, not interested. But she's awesome. I want to sit and talk with her. And there's a couple other people. But to me it's a time just to be able to chill, relax, and just
just whatever.
Just whatever. And I think it's a lot of fun. So thank you for being one of the first ones. And we will
pop in that cherry, yo.
But hang around until after the show because there's about 2 minutes of the outro, and then because what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually slice and dice this out so that I'm going to upload the actual sit and chat part. I'll make the raw video available for you after, but we'll talk about that after.
That's no problem.
Okay, but anyway, everybody, thank you for being here. I hope you had a good time. I hope you enjoyed Antitinkerbell. If you are not following her, please do yourself a favor.
Find out where I live and follow me from the outside because I need stalkers.
Yeah. Well, Ghibli's already offered. And he lives in Amsterdam or in in
He is a Dutchman.
Yeah, he's a Dutchman. He likes sticking his finger in dikes. But anyway.
So do I. Oh my God, we have so much in common. And
But on that note, thank you, everybody. We will see you later tonight for the late shift. But until then, everyone, take care. Have a great day. And game on, everyone.
Game on.